Stepped out of it for a minute. I'm just trying to make this show go, Wanda. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. All I know is you said you couldn't. I'm just rolling, right? I'm sorry. Let's roll. Let's roll with it, man. This live radio, Slab running late. We on the clock, Earl. What's up, big baby? What's up, Earl? Let's go. Yeah, they coming in here. We got to talk to Aziza. Aziza just killed it, man. I know, man. I know. I wasn't sure what was happening. I was just going. But we gonna do another one midway. You right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me help you out right here. Yeah, this radio, this real radio.
Okay. And what's your name, sir? Earl. Good to meet you, Earl.
This the super producer. He the owner of the studio.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That's Mr. Earl Winfrey.
Okay. Very nice studio.
Yes, indeed. Man. Aziza
Yes,
Lisa.
sir.
Man, you are one amazing individual. What I just experienced. That was real time right then and there. You know, we said we go do a dry run, but that turned into a real run. Didn't it though?
Yeah.
We said we gonna do a dry run,
good stuff.
and then it turned into a real run. And then they was patting me like, man, move. But I was like in front of the camera out there because I was like entrapped. I was entrapped, so my bad. We're gonna do another one though, right?
Okay, that's cool.
Man, because we can't hit a party, but I want you to introduce yourself. First of all, welcome to Intellectual Radio.
Yes.
This is the Chicago Millionaire Radio Show.
Thank you for having
I'm
me.
your host, Robert Bobby Reed. These are my twin brothers, Derek and Daryl.
How are you?
Gibbs.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to
These are my musicians. Mississippi Slab running late, but he'll say he'll be here about 8:15, so it's all good.
Okay.
You know, they filled in big time last week when I couldn't make it because I was under the weather. I hit a wall. Man, overworking, man, just going grinding the axe.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But man, welcome, though.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
Great to have you. Great to have you.
You know, when you inboxed me, right? I was looking at the inbox like, she got the right person. You know what I'm saying? I was like, she got the right person. After digging into your stuff, I was like, okay, we making some noise and we able to put our mark out here amongst our people. So let's talk about you.
Okay.
What you got going on?
Well, I got to say before we start on me, my girl Wanda, you know, we go way back.
Talk about that.
So we've done
Talk
plays,
about that.
We've done plays together. And oh, yes. So Wanda and I have done plays together. And when I saw her picture on one of your posts, and I'm like, oh, my girl Wanda's in the radio now. So I'm like, wow. But so we connected. So the guy that was out there while we were doing supposedly the dry run, remember he kept saying, she looks like Lena Horne.
Right.
So I play Lena Horne actually in an ongoing play that's been going since 2004.
What?
And our biggest venue that we sold out of was the Chicago Theater.
Wow,
yeah, but we traveled to Detroit as well. We've done it in Cobalt, you know, in Detroit. But we started off at Kennedy King College. So it's a play called Bronzeville the Musical. And it's just highlighting
Kennedy King.
Acts. Yes. Is that your alma mater?
That's a beaut. No, you know, I'm from South Side. So anything over there that can grow anything positive, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
So, and that's keep going.
Yeah. So this play actually is talking about or dealing with the Renaissance era, but it highlights artists, musical artists during that time. So Lena Horne, Sarah Vaughan, Josephine Baker, all of those type artists. So I play Lena Horne.
Okay. That's amazing. How did he get that so right? You say you're the version of Lena Horne.
I don't know. That was like, I'm like, wow. No, because she's amazing. You know, she was an amazing woman. And her and I actually have a lot in common in that, you know, she was not only an entertainer, but she was very much so for social justice. And she spearheaded a lot in Hollywood, which is why they blacklisted her. So, yeah, she dealt with a lot because she, you know, and with the civil rights movement, she was an activist.
Right.
And so that's frowned upon a lot of times when you're an artist. It's as if you can't have an opinion on certain things politically, but she did have a strong opinion.
And that is really, really, really
so
sad.
For our audience, the Renaissance area is what time spectrum?
So the Renaissance era was really around the 20s and 30s.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Wow.
So are you from Chicago originally?
I am originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. That's where I was born. Okay. Yes, but I've been in Chicago over 20 years. This has been home for a long time.
Once you hit a dub, you Chi-Town, man.
But you know what's crazy? I actually, have a lot of family in Chicago. So even as a young girl, I would travel back and forth to Chicago a lot. And was introduced to house music at an early age and fell in love with it.
So you're a dancer too.
I love house, yeah.
Jack my body. Jack my body.
So when I'm performing live with a band, because I perform with different bands in the city, I usually end my set with a house set where I'm, going from It's Your World, Jennifer Hudson into I Heard You Say, Hey, Hey, and mixing in a multitude of house tunes. Just it depends on how I feel what I mix in.
Hold on. Let's stop the brakes right now. Let's push. Where did it all start?
Where did it
What
start?
age? When did you get to that point where you became an artist? Like, okay, you're doing all these things, you acting and you singing and you doing all of this.
Yeah.
Did you start as a child? What was your child life like to get to? Let's dig in a little bit.
As a child, first of all, and people always laugh at this, but I've always been a very busy person. Like I've always done a number of different things. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't know how to operate. That's just in my character. So as a young girl, I always did a lot of stuff. I know how to sew. I've been sewing since I was in the 7th grade, cook, bake. I took piano lessons.
I got a little tear right here on my jacket.
You got a tear on your jacket? I did not bring my mending kit. Sorry.
I give you a pass.
You're going to put me to work in here today.
Wow.
But so, I've always done a lot of things. My mother and my family come from gospel roots. Of course, they sang in the choir, and my mother was a writer. And so I picked that up from her. And so at an early age, I actually started writing poetry, which ended up transitioning into song. And I would always sing, but I really wasn't focused on the singing part of it until I got out of high school.
What high school?
Broad Ripple in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Yeah, Broad Ripple High School.
Okay. Shout out to Broad Ripple.
Shout out
Y'all
to
pulled
Ripple.
out a gym. Y'all got a gym.
Yeah.
Ripple Rockets in the house.
Yeah, man. Give it up to Ripple Rock, man. Hey, they brought a gym.
Thank you. So me and a couple of my friends formed a singing group at that time called La Ti Da, which stood for Lisa, Tracy, and Dawn. And it was funny because a guy that I worked with at the time, I worked for Department of Highways, and he also managed on the side. And so he found out what I was doing, and he's like, "Hey, me and Face are friends. Face is from Indianapolis, Babyface Records.
Okay.
And my family knows Babyface, but of course I was a lot younger, and I didn't personally know him. So he's like, no, me and Face are friends, and he's actually looking for a girl group right now. So why don't I get you guys in the studio? Let's start putting a demo together and, getting everything ready to send to him. So we got in the studio and did a couple of things. And, you're young, so you're kind of dibbing and dabbing in different things. And you don't know solidly if this is what you want to do or not. So we kind of fooled around a little bit. I would say me more than the other two.
Okay.
I will take that on.
Okay.
We were all modeling together at the time as well. And both of them were hairstylists. But I kind of didn't know which direction I wanted to go in. And we looked up.
And you was around what age?
Oh, wow. I was 18 at the time.
18.
And we looked up, and all of a sudden we saw TLC, and we were like,
that's it? They stole y'all style?
No, I mean, they had a different style, but he found the 3-girl group that he was looking for.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to yeah. So, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm a big believer in whatever is meant for you is meant for you.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't meant for me at that time. I wasn't mentally there. I was actually more into writing than anything. And just kind of honing my singing skills. And so I don't think I was confident enough at that point to feel like I was a performer, to go for that goal or dream. Yeah.
Well, so you're a full developed individual here.
Thank you.
Well-rounded, just domineering to some degree.
I've had a lot of experience.
It's becoming intimidating to me, like, dang, I'm sitting here with greatness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
when I say intimidating,
greatness.
I mean that humbly. I love it, man. I love it. I just love the fact that you were able to come on here and share that with women who watch.
Oh, yeah.
To know that,
right,
man,
yeah,
I can keep myself busy enough.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to be successful without worrying about all the other external things.
Oh, definitely.
Talk about that.
Yeah. It's just about, what's the scripture say? An idle mind is the devil's workshop. So, whatever your love is or your passion is for, you just continue on with that. Just keep honing your skill. You're not going to be there right away. unless you are just a God-given gift like a Prince or a Whitney, you know,
born into it.
As soon as you come out the womb, you know, it's
right.
there. But other than that, you know, a lot of us, it's like you can feel things in yourself and you know that it's there, you know, the potential is there. And so you just kind of feeling through life. You're trying to see, okay, do I like to do this? You know, which direction do I want to go in? And for me, the more I got to writing and started expressing myself through song and singing those lyrics just by myself as I was, you know, creating the songs, I got more and more into singing and just being from a family of people that sang as well. It just started coming. And before I knew it, I was like, wow, really? You know,
do this. No, I am doing this.
Right.
But you know what really just blew me away? I'm going to tell you what blew me away. When I saw you on the same platform as DeBarge.
Oh, wow.
That blew, because that is one of my, I mean, he inspired me so much, and still to this day. So with that scenario, what was that occasion? I mean, how did you
That was
get
a true blessing. So a band at the time that I was working with from time to time when they would need vocalists called Zajay, they called me and they needed background vocalists. So they said, you know, we're doing a gig for DeBarge and he's looking for 3 background vocalists. And we wanted you to be one of them. And we know you can pull in some other people, you know, so they kind of put me in charge of that. So I found 2 other female singers that I knew. And, you know, we got together and we rehearsed with Zajay. And then we went into WVON, which is where they had the rehearsal for DeBarge and Chico DeBarge. And we went over our material and waited for them to come to the, you know, to the set. And we did a rehearsal before the show. And I must say, and I just have to mention this because L is absolutely amazing.
Yes, amazing.
No, and I'm saying from the standpoint of having an ear, when we talk about being gifted, his ear is impeccable.
Yeah. Right.
So, you know, we're jamming. I mean, he's got full horn section. You know, I mean, the band is huge. We've got the background vocals, we've got the full band, and we're in there. And I mean, we're hitting his material. It's sounding like, oh, wow, when he comes in, he's going to be impressed. So he comes in and he sits down at the piano and or at the keyboard, and he's telling, first of all, the sound guy to cue his mic. You know, he's saying specific information about his microphone that I've never even heard of. I'm like, okay, wow, okay, I'm learning. Then he went from there to, he wanted to hear us, so we started, you know, rehearsing one of the songs, and we started playing one of the songs, and he specifically turned around to, I believe it was a guitar player, it was either guitar or bass, and he said, "You're off." And he told him where, and we're all looking and listening. I'm like, where? Like, what are you hearing? You know? Yeah. And he heard it and he tweaked him and we played it again. And he was right. Like, it sounded even better. But for him to pick that out of all those instruments and just hear that. Yeah. Now, mind you, it is his material.
Right.
He's been singing for years, but still, you know, him, Stevie, there's just certain people that have an ear that's just like, you know, wow. Exactly. And then there are people, of course, that you're wondering, can you hear yourself sing? Like, So, you know, most of us kind of get above the average range of that. You know, we're not an L. But,
right,
you know.
right.
So y'all was singing DeBarge music?
Yeah.
Let me ask you
sing
this.
something. I want to hear you.
Do you know Second Chance?
Okay.
A Second Chance?
I don't know a Second Chance. No.
That's
and he came in with that.
He came in with that.
After you came
yes,
in.
Right.
yes,
Give
yes.
me 15 seconds
Let's
of
see,
DeBarge. I don't want any one more word. Give me.
All this love is waiting for you, my baby. And baby, all my love is waiting for you, sweet darling. As the sun has its place up in the sky, I love you.
I like that.
So dearly.
Keep going.
And darling, say there's no need to wonder why I need you. Please hear me. Say you really love me, baby. Say you really love, darling. Say, baby. Oh, baby. Say you really love me, baby. Say you really love me, darling. 'Cause I really love you, baby. Show enough love you, darling. And baby, all my my love is waiting for you.
Yeah! All right. Whoa! Man, I love entertainment. Boy, I love that, Aziza. That was beautiful. That was amazing. I was off the charts, man.
Oh.
I wanted to come in so bad, but I didn't want to.
No, I heard you harmonizing. That was cool.
I was like, I didn't want to.
That I just love the way that God give people talent, and they're not afraid to just go right there.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, because I had a huge gig last night. Actually, it was a private birthday event, and sang my tail off. So I'm actually a little hoarse today, and you just put me on the spot with DeBarge of all people. I'm like, but it's all good.
Mississippi Slam.
Mississippi Slam. Great to meet you.
I felt the energy in the room when I walked in.
Okay.
I felt like I hit the lottery. Beautiful smile.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I am so well, so well, so well,
Good.
so well.
God
so
is
well.
good.
All the time.
All the time.
So, man, you know, the floor is open. You know, is there anything that you would like to share? We usually like take a 5-minute break, or we can just go all the way through.
Okay.
I know you guys want to perform. How much time we got, Earl? Because I know this time fly by up in here. Oh, man, we ahead of schedule, baby.
Yeah.
Man, we still got 30 minutes left.
Well, I apologize for being fashionably late. I couldn't find my underwear.
Wow.
Lord. What this situation I'm in?
You don't even wear them nowhere, Slab.
I just tied it to my sock.
Oh, wow. Okay, all the way out of that.
I know you impressed. I just come to do what I come to do. This is my job.
Man, Mississippi Slam, boy. He bring the jokes, Jack.
Oh.
That's what's up, man.
Do you still have your web series?
Actually, I do. You know what? And I'm not even promoting it. I got my web series shirt on today.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's called Turnip Life.
Yeah.
And we have not relaunched it just yet. We kind of reconstructed a few things with it. But we'll be launching it again this spring. And it's all about taking everything you do in life to the next level. So from your fitness and health to money management to just your personal goals.
Turn up life.
Yeah, turn up life. So just put a spin on turn up. Turn up the right way. Turn up your life.
Oh,
yeah. And that actually, when we said God is good all the time, when I'm doing my shows, I always tell everybody in the audience, we're all celebrating life because not 1 second of any day is promised to any of us, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So it's all about living life, loving life, celebrating life, you
Every
know,
day.
and improving. So
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a consummate yogi. I live for myself. I'm all about fitness because when you're in shape and you're working on your body and you're eating right, your mind becomes sharp.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's a big part of being able to communicate with anybody in the world.
Yes.
You can put me in the room with diplomats. I'm going to get some of that up.
Okay. No, that's right.
If you don't, you're out of.
So, go ahead.
Let me make sure I'm close to the mic.
I'm sure a lot of men are wondering, I mean, what your status is in terms of you have a significant other, or are you? I mean, you don't have to answer that. You know, you get this and say, I'm not answering that. You get this.
No, it's cool. I'll just say at this stage in my life, I am definitely focused on my career and what I'm doing. I think everybody has somebody, you know, to a degree. I definitely have a guy, but we are definitely very supportive of each other and our goals. Not married, not really interested in marriage either. So, you know, it's all good. I mean, everybody's just at different stages with what they're doing, but you know what?
I just got here.
No, but it's actually, you know, and I have to say social media can be a big turnoff. It's like other than getting on there and posting something, it's actually quite irritating for me because it's like, you know, my plate is so full and I have so much to do in a day's time. I bake professionally, so I have a company called Sweet Love. I write, so you mentioned the web series.
Talk about Sweet Love.
So I bought you guys some goodies, first of all. I bought you all, I bought you some pound cake. I bought you some butter cookies. And
you want to go get it?
Well, I can get it after the break. Is that cool?
Yeah,
okay. You like, I want some right now.
I see you got cupcakes.
No, I didn't bring cupcakes. I just bought cookies and pound cake. Yeah.
So are you
like a good cookie?
Okay.
Are you an independent? Would you classify yourself as an independent artist?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you self-manage yourself or?
I do. I have a team, a small team right now. I'm actually developing a larger team because, for me to do a lot of the things that I'm trying to do right now, I definitely need a bigger team. So I'm with a marketing company now, Two Guard Media, and that's working out really well. So I'm glad that that's the decision that I just made recently, like within the last month. And so Kevin Ross, shout out to Kevin Ross, who's doing a lot for me right now. I actually have a radio interview scheduled in Austin, Texas, coming up in April with a radio station down there, a major radio station that's going to start playing one of my songs. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah. But I wanted to finish my point about the social media, just because, the audience, sometimes you'll jump from subject to subject and they're like, okay, what was she going to say about that? But I was going to say, it can become quite irritating when your schedule's full and then it's like you're getting messages and it's like somebody's poking, they're waving, it's just like a lot of random stuff. And it's like, okay, I don't even know if I would do that on social media, but I understand, things are a little different.
Yeah, you open up your inbox and a mug waving at you. And look, they can watch your instant messages. As soon as you pop on, man, people be sending you a message, man. I'm telling you, man. It's like your light come on. It's
and
green,
I wanted to just like cut that off. Just delete it, period. No, I did. But I've actually got some great business things through that, business opportunities through that as well. So it's like you have to keep it open. But, how do you deal with it to where you're filtering that? And then, of course, you don't want to offend people. Like, I am very appreciative. Like, you don't have to like me. Right. You don't have to like my music. Everybody has their own style. Somebody that likes Sade may not like a Patti LaBelle, or somebody that likes Shaka may not like, Corinne Belly Ray style. They're different styles. Right. So all I can do is me, and you don't have to like me. So I'm very appreciative for those that connect with me that say, hey, we really like what you do. But then that in the interim of that, there are people that they're not even looking at what you do or listening. They haven't heard song the first. Right. They just on there trying to wave. I'm gonna need y'all to get off my page.
That little gold hand, man. I hate that little sticky ass hand, man. That hand, like, damn, they get bigger, like. Oh, hell no. I'm telling you, social media is creepy, man.
It's very creepy, man. I'm going to tell you, man. Look,
yeah.
I am so tired of women coming into my inbox just showing me pictures of their vagina. I'm tired of that.
Okay, next. We want to cut for about 2 minutes so we can get some snacks.
Oh, wait,
let's go ahead and get some snacks.
I'm the only one that happened to, right? I'm the only one.
We're going to stay away from the V word. Anything start with V tonight.
Right. But it's no profanity.
Hey, Earl, give us 2 minutes or 3 minutes to get some of these cupcakes, and then we're going to chop it up and come right back.
Welcome, everybody, to IntellectualRadio.com, iHeartRadio. I'm with Sister Spell. I'm Reed, the Deal Brothers. What's up? And our fabulous guest.
We'll be right back.
Relationship. I didn't know that. Let us know when you're ready. I repeat the words of body on the breaker. I prostrate down on my knees to the right. And I should be. Okay, start it over. Okay, start it over. All right, here we go.
Are you live? You are.
The second mic can hold out there.
Slide over because you got the
Just hold it right about there.
Those seasons change, we rearrange through all the ups and downs. And when we fall, we cannot stop, get off the ground. So resilient, that's what they call me. Thankful for, that's what they teach. So resilient, so strong. So resilient, so strong. I look in the mirror and what do I see? Our ancestors staring back at me, expecting great things, amazing feats. I tap into the spirit and I shake the thing that carries courage. We now feel the negativity. I'm the greatest. I repeat the words of body. I'm the greatest. I prostrate down on my knees to the greatest. Now I should believe I'm so resilient. That's what they call me. Thankful for, that's what they teach. So resilient, so strong. So resilient, so strong. This is the zone dedicated to our ride, lost to the middle passage, those that lost their lives. Unsung heroes, fallen soldiers, courage warriors, peace under respect and love. From you I gain strength, 'cause you're so resilient, so resilient. That's what they call me. His name was Montgomery, Imhotep, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. We didn't sing eye of the world, so true and true. His name was D.C. If you're awesome, that Turner, Elijah Muhammad, Nelson Mandela, Fred Hampton, UEP, Amali, Angela Davis, Haile Selassie, Bela Kuti, Muhammad Ali, Mega Evans, Benny Hayes, Stephen Biko, Louis Farrakhan, Barack Obama. I'm so resilient, that's what they call me. Thankful for that quality. So resilient, so strong, so resilient, so strong.
And we'd like to welcome y'all back to Intellectual Radio. This is the Chicago Millionaire Radio Show. I'm your host, Robert Bobby Reed. We back up in here with Aziza Lisa. We got Wanda B in the building with us real quick.
And I'm Mississippi Slab, you know, doing what I do all the time.
Man, it was something ironic happened as soon as we came in here tonight. Aziza came in here, and then she saw Wanda B. They had a special relationship. They got so loud, the other people was like, "Hey, y'all be quiet. Talk about y'all relationship. Go ahead, man. I like that energy."
Flow.
Yeah, you know what? I am blessed, honored. Love me some Aziza Lisa. She was Glenda the Good Witch in The Wiz. We were in a play, the Wiz Chicago style, and she was Glenda the Good Witch. So was very blessed to work with her. So that was a couple years at that play ran. Wow. Yeah, that was a few years back. Yes, that we were in a play together. Yeah. And then I've even sang backup for her at Jazz on the Grass a few times.
Chicago State. Yeah. Man, that's huge. Hold on. You said Chicago State.
Yeah, Chicago State.
I'm an alumni now.
Yeah, I am too.
As well.
So yeah, we worked together for a while, and Wanda is an amazing stepper. If you guys didn't know that about her, you know, a lot of times we work with people and we really don't know their background, but she is step queen. I mean, she's cold like that.
Did you grow up?
She cold like that.
Did you grow up with the JBs?
No, I ain't grow up with the JBs. I'm like a new stepper. I'm new on the scene. I've been stepping about 7 years.
Stuff. Whatever it is, I'm gonna tell you, she threw that little skirt on with them legs, and baby, bye the whole play. Yeah, Wanda does sing on the 7 Sing for sure. So yeah, like she said, we were in the Wiz Chicago style together. Director Margaret Mofty, she's actually a black female director, young girl, young woman. She's amazing. So
She is.
yeah, she's an amazing writer. So she did the Wiz Chicago style, and then the play that I was talking about earlier, Bronzeville the musical. She's also over that. So yeah.
Man, y'all been getting, they've been working.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been lazy.
Start singing.
All of us.
I'll do better next time. I guarantee you that. I tell you that.
I know we got to cut it short because we're going to have to, we only got like 10 minutes left. Is there anything you want to tell anybody, where they can find you? If they want to hire you, or is there anything you want to do? Go ahead, talk about it.
So I perform around the city, different restaurants, Oak Brook, South Barrington. I was at Uncle Joe's Caribbean restaurant every Friday for over 3 years. They're now in the process of relocating in the South Loop, and they should be open in April. So I'll be back there every Friday. So yeah, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Aziza Lisa. I've got a website, AzizaLisa.com, and definitely just contact me through there if you want to hire me or one of the bands that I work with to perform a private event or perform at your venue. So that's one thing. And then also I've got this song coming out that I'm really excited about.
You want to do it tonight?
I can do a snippet of it, but yeah, just
that would be lovely.
It's called Don't Settle, Know Your Worth.
A tad bit.
Okay, a
You
tad
can
bit.
do a little bit and then do the other one, Earl.
Okay. So we'll close with Resilience. So they got to wait for the Know Your Worth. So this is what's
the one
happening.
that you was releasing. You want
Well,
to do.
I'm getting ready to release that, but I'm also releasing the music video for it April 29th at a venue called The Entrance. So check out my Facebook page. Definitely connect with me on that on my website, and it'll have all the details. So you can come out and see the music video premiere, which we shot some in Houston and some in Chicago. And when I say it's amazing, a filmmaker, by the name of Terry Haynes, actually in 21 Elements production. He filmed it. He's a cinematographer, and his work is impeccable. It is.
Man, we
So I'm
gotta
excited about
check that out. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Can you come back and do the song? When the song releasing? You say the 29th?
The 29th, yes.
Do you
So
have
the end
another
of
week?
April.
Can you come back in 2 weeks?
Absolutely.
And
The
do the
end of
song?
April. Yeah. Yes.
All right, you committing to that?
I'm committing to that.
Okay,
yes.
so all right, now I'm clearing the deck for you. I know I got somebody else, but y'all gotta wait, man. I gotta bring her back, man. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah, how do we get the cookies?
Oh, so the cookies, yes. So my baking company is called Sweet Love, and I'll be launching the website for that in April as well, sweetlove.com. Yeah, I'm always working. sweetlovecookiesandmore.com. But right now, a couple of cafes, Ain't She Sweet Cafe in Bronzeville and in Beverly carries my gourmet cookie line. So I do butter, oatmeal raisin, chocolate chip, caramel chocolate chip, peanut butter. I do an oatmeal raisin cranberry. And then Home of the Hoagie, which is a well-known hoagie spot, carries my pound cake. So just, I've been baking forever. I learned how to bake when I was a little girl with my grandma and my mom. And so,
I got a new one for you.
Okay.
It's a name for the best cookie or pound cake.
Uh-huh.
It's called Just For Me.
Okay.
Okay, Aziza.
Okay.
She said she gonna work on it.
Stop blushing.
We're going to work on that one.
So
Don't
you want
work
to do
on
that one more time?
Zippy.
Okay. You said hit the music.
Okay,
You want
hit
to
the
do it
music.
again? I would like to hear that new one though. But come on.
Yes. Tight. Okay.
There we go. Yes.
Beautiful stood the tree when the ground shook. So resilient, the branches swing that have strong roots. Though seasons change, we rearrange through all the ups and downs. And when we fall, we cannot stop getting up off the ground. So resilience, that's what they call me. Thankful for that quality. So resilient, so strong, so so resilient, so strong. I look in the mirror and what do I see? Powerful ancestors staring back at me, expecting great things, amazing feats. Great warriors that came before me. I tap into the spirit of Hatshepsut, the queen with Harry's courage, shooting down fears and negativity. I'm the greatest. I repeat the words of Ali. I'm the greatest. I prostrate down on my knees to the greatest, and I rise with assured belief. I'm so resilient. That's what they call me. Thankful for that quality. So resilient, so strong. So resilient, so strong. This is to those dedicated to our eyes, lost in the middle passage, those that lost their lives, unsung heroes, fallen soldiers, courage warriors, peace, honor, respect, and love. From you I gain strength, 'cause you're so resilient, so resilient. That's what they call me. His name was Marcus Garvey, Imhotep, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. Her name Mary McLeod Bethune, Queen Nzinga, Ida B. Wells, Sojourner Truth. His name was Denmark VC, Gabriel Prosser, Nat Turner, Elijah Muhammad, Nelson Mandela, Fred Hampton, UEP, Bob Marley, Angela Davis, Haile Selassie, Fela Kuti, Muhammad Ali, Medgar Evers, Benny Lou Hamer, Stephen Biko, Louis Farrakhan, Barack Obama. I'm so resilient. That's what they call me. Thankful for that quality.
Hey.
So resilient, so strong. So resilient, so strong.
I guess this is gonna carry that. I guess this is gonna carry everybody.
Anybody ever see the dunk contest with Vince Carter threw it on his leg?
Hot. Hey, look, drop the mic.
Man.
Oh my God.
Never heard a song that cold.
Okay, check this out, Rob. Look, I want to ask you a personal question. Now, you know I never do this. How you feel right now?
Man, I feel enlightened, man. I mean, I ain't never. How you come up with that many people?
Well, and I left some people out, so I have to say this because
I was waiting on our name.
No, I left out a lot of people. We have
enough.
so many greats in our history. Noble
Yes,
Drew Ali is one that I definitely did not mention in this song, and it's funny because I did a performance with some dancers. And the conga player said, you got to add Noble Drew Ali. I was like, you know what? But there's so many, you know what I mean? And I just give big props right now to Noble Drew Ali for that mistake. You know what I mean? But there's so many. There's so many of our great people that could be mentioned. So
how much time we got left, big timer?
You still have time.
We got to wrap it up, man.
The Chicago Millionaire Radio Show. Let me just hear you say that.
You want to sing it?
I want to hear you say that.
Chicago Millionaire Radio
Wanda,
Show.
Everybody that's present right now.
Okay.
You have the voice that can carry it a long way.
The Chicago Radio. Wait a minute. Give me the name again. Chicago Millionaire Radio Show.
Oh Lord, I just got a little.
Thank you for coming out. This is your boy Bobby Reed, aka the Chicago Millionaire.
Oh,
Aziza Lisa in the building. Wanda B, Mississippi Slab. What you got?
You already know what I got. You know what I'm saying? Because it only goes one way. Keep your powder dry, aim high, and
watch your six. Thank you for coming, Aziza Lisa. We love you. Give us some music, girl. We up out of here.
Life.
This was a wonderful experience.